You are watching the Sunday Motivational video. 15 Paradoxes of Life. Welcome to Alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. If you're not subscribed yet, you're missing out. Hello Aluxers and welcome back. What an exciting day to talk about life and get ourselves into the Sunday motivational mood. Life is rather complicated, wouldn't you say? I mean, you don't ask to be born. The very first few years, you have barely any control over yourself, and when you finally do, you're already on a treadmill with rules carefully defined by some people who are no longer alive. Today, we're taking a look at paradoxes of life and how they can be a valuable reminder to go through life differently. Let's begin, shall we? Number 1. Today, we have the freedom to be enslaved. We believe that we're free today, but if you look closely, society isn't. The more you think about it, the more you realize most people are enslaved by their own selves. They're enslaved by their lifestyle, they're enslaved by their own choices, and although you have some freedoms, unless you earn your living, you're unlikely to remain alive. We want things, so we enslave ourselves to get them. Once we get them, we're enslaved by those very things if we wish to keep them. We're just changing owners. Number 2. The more friends you have, the less connected you feel. Doesn't it feel super strange that we've never felt more alone despite living in the most connected time in history? There's this epidemic of people who are looking for genuine connections. Ironically, through social media, we know more about our friends, but we spend less time with them. This gives rise to feelings of loneliness and a desire for meaningful relationships. We might have maxed out our 5,000 friends on Facebook, but despite what the social network calls them, these are acquaintances. Friends are those 2 or 3 people whom you feel at home with when you're around them. The main reason why shows like Friends, How I Met Your Mother, or The Office are so beloved is because they target this specific want in life, that of a tight-knit social group we are always a part of, no matter how bad we screw up. These shows connect mostly with people who lack it. Number 3. You don't appreciate something until it's gone. You might have heard this one before, but a moment of gratitude for everything you have right now will go a very long way. As with everything great, your youth, your love, your clear nose, and even toilet paper, you appreciate having it when it's gone. We have a special take on this issue because the truth is, most people actually know they have something good going on. They just didn't think it would be gone at some point. A massive piece of this puzzle falls under time. If your parents are still alive, reach out to them today. It's the best 5 minutes you'll spend. Never take time for granted. Number 4. The pursuit of happiness makes you unhappy. Very much like a rabbit, the more you chase it, the more it escapes you. This happens because people confuse pleasure with happiness. They would do anything to be happy, but in the same way an addict feels sick when they're denied their next hit, people feel unhappy when they realize they can't buy happiness straight away and it's nowhere to be found. We specifically like this quote by the late Eleanor Roosevelt that said, "Happiness is not a goal, it's a byproduct of a life well lived." If you want to be happy, live your life well. Something we'd like to add to this point, if you will. You know the saying, money can't buy you happiness? It might make more sense if we changed it to money can't prevent sadness, because it'll allow people to stop thinking that money will make them happy and get them back to focusing on what's really important. Number 5. You can only change when you accept who you are. Change comes from honesty. This is why the first step in any addiction meeting is accepting there's a problem in the first place. Making peace with your reality is what allows you to begin shaping it. It all begins in your mind, for you're living, seeing, manifesting yourself through neural processes happening in your brain. Your perception of what life is and how life is gets molded by the way we look at life. The ability to focus our mind, to see clearly and understand how we can change our reality through our own actions is something incredibly powerful. Amazing things happen when you get control over your mind, as you accept who you are right now and begin building around this. We've helped hundreds of people from all around the world not only get their minds back, but begin to heal, to pick themselves up and have a clear purpose in life through mind mastery, an incredible experience we've developed after over a year of work. We created what we consider to be the best guided meditation course for the day we live in. No bullshit, just the tools and the focus you need to get control of your life, your business, and your relationships in a way like never before. The experience opened up on Friday and it will close tomorrow. You can enroll in it by going to Alux.com/meditation. You can't complain about things not changing for you when you don't jump in at the opportunity to change yourself. Number 6. The more you try to impress people, the less impressed they'll be. You've definitely met these people in real life. They name drop, they wear big logo clothing, they talk loudly, they're obnoxious. They do this because of an insecurity of not being noticed, of fading away into the gray and boring side of life. But as you can tell from personal experience, the result is quite the opposite. If you really want to impress others, begin by impressing yourself. Be the kind of person you'd like to meet, and you'll begin to see how people get drawn to you like a magnet. Living a happy and fulfilling life draws people toward you and eliminates the need to prove to others that you're worthy of their attention. Number 7. The more you learn, the more you realize how little you know. Another big paradox in life has to do with the vast amount of knowledge we've amassed. You could literally spend your lifetime learning about the world around you and you would still fall short. Knowledge is like a room in which once you enter, you realize it's a long hallway filled with doors leading to other hallways. But this is the exciting part about life. No matter what your interests are, there's always something waiting for you to learn and grow because of this newfound knowledge. Number 8. Everyone wants everyone else to change, but they don't want to change themselves. Society is pretty much summed up by this meme. It's a very interesting phenomenon to observe, where people massively underestimate their power as an individual and the effect it has in a mass. They also justify their defiance through the expectation of someone else solving their problems for them. The thing is, the problem is still out there and it isn't going away by itself. You're lucky to have the tools at your disposal to be that change you need, yet you choose not to act on it. Number 9. Everyone values honesty, but nobody wants to tell the truth. This is more of an example of how hypocritical society has become. In order not to offend anyone, we've begun suppressing the truth without actually realizing the ripple effect it's having. You see, in order for growth to happen, you need to push limits. You need to take the risk of being offensive. Probing for potential is what allows us to determine what is truly valuable and what isn't. We want to be better, not just pretend we're all better and unbothered by what's happening. The more unwilling we are to both speak and hear the truth, the more fragile we make ourselves and society as a whole, and you can see this in the media, in the culture, and the way things are evolving. We're living in very interesting times, Aluxers, where feelings take precedence over truth. Number 10. You can't die in your perceived world, but you will die in everyone else's. This paradox has bothered us since childhood, when we realize that your mind can't subjectively understand that at one point in time it will no longer be able to acknowledge itself. Objectively, it makes complete sense, but from a first-person perspective, it's a tough thing to wrap itself around. In order to deal with this, we've accepted the inevitability that life might somehow end abruptly. Something interesting happens when you accept that death might just happen to you. How was this year for you? Do you regret the choices you've made? Have you lived? In our personal experience, we found the most value in making sure we feel alive. We behave ourselves according to a simple rule. If I die today, would I be pleased with the life I have lived? If the answer is yes, we keep on living the same way we have so far, because it's definitely working. If the answer is no, then it's time to change. We look up to people who are living the way we desired to live. We study what it would take to get us there, and then get the tools to help us escape this trap we've built for ourselves. But sometimes you don't know where to start. You just feel stuck.
You don't know what to do, how to do it, or where you actually want to be. Your life is in chaos and you're searching for a guiding light. Solving this problem has been a priority for ourselves, and we did it. Then we did it again. Then our friends did it. Then we decided to put it out into the world. We called it Mind Mastery, and it's a 21-day challenge to do just this. It's by far one of the most valuable things we've ever created, to teach you a skill that will stick with you for the rest of your life, to help you get control of your mind and put order in the chaos of your life. Go to Alux.com/mindmastery and take the challenge for yourself. We believe in it so much that if you go through the experience and you still believe you didn't get your money's worth, we'll provide you with a full refund, so there is literally no risk on your behalf. It worked for us and hundreds of Aluxers just like you. If you want to grow, take this challenge. Alux.com/mindmastery. Number 11. The most valuable things in life are free, but the second most valuable is really expensive. Just putting it out there for everyone in the comments who thought we turned soft all of a sudden. But yeah, the paradox here comes from neglecting real value in the pursuit of secondary things that we were sold on believing we needed. You don't need 2 speedboats to be happy or spend time with your kids. Sure, boats are awesome. We love boats. But there's still little to no correlation here. Although this concept of being grateful for what you have has been around for centuries, people rarely take it seriously because it couldn't be that easy. Or could it? Nah, probably not. So we create this intricate maze that's ironically designed to get us exactly to the same starting point. Number 12. The more available something is, the less we want it. We want special. We were told we are special and we deserve the best of the best. Of course, we want others to do well, but just not better than we are. If anyone can have it, you probably don't want it. These are all driven by a delusion of importance and a constant fear of not facing the reality that as an individual, you could be gone tomorrow and the world would keep on spinning. We don't want to be like everyone else, but so does everyone else. Humans have a strong scarcity bias. For some reason, we unconsciously assume things that are scarce are valuable and things that are abundant are not. It takes going through life to understand that this is not the case. Number 13. The more you talk, the less you say. You know the type. They just can't stop talking. You find them everywhere in life and you just stand there nodding and waiting for the first opportunity to bounce. Speaking a lot without really saying anything is quite easy. The difficult part is putting complex ideas into simple forms and communicating them effectively. If it doesn't add value to the conversation, it shouldn't be there. You're robbing both of us of time, you time thief. The more we speak, the more our words lose meaning. Or how Drake would put it, a wise man once said nothing at all. Talking less isn't a sign of weakness compared to the blabbermouths. It's quite the opposite, a sign of a greater intellect that's forced to share the space with someone who's in a constant need of validation, even when it isn't the case. Number 14. You need experience to get a job, but you need a job to get experience. You've heard this one before, haven't you? Everyone is complaining about how difficult the job market is. The Zoomers use it to justify their procrastination, and the Boomers still speak as if TVs don't have color. We wanted to include this because this paradox isn't a closed feedback loop. In order to break this cycle, you need to start trading. You either trade work or trade time. You get experience by volunteering. You trade work in exchange for knowledge and understanding what is actually valued in the marketplace. Or you trade time in exchange for learning the skills the marketplace requires and then using those to keep yourself afloat. Because of the way many youths have been raised, they feel entitled to a lifestyle when they have yet to earn it. The problem isn't that there aren't enough job opportunities that pay what you want. The problem is you're not valuable enough in the marketplace to be paid that just yet. If you don't like what the marketplace is putting on the table, go build your own table. Number 15. We all want success, but we don't want to do what it takes to be successful. This feeds into the previous point really well, and here's why. Most of us would like to be in better physical shape. How to do it is no longer a secret. Just stop shoving bad food in your mouth and do these 4 exercises you've seen on that one YouTube tutorial. But we don't do it. The same thing happens to money, happiness, excitement, passions, and more. We already have the answers, but we don't do it. There was a time when people thought their lives were miserable because they didn't have access to the right information. This is no longer the case, and they're still miserable. Just wait to read the comments on this video. The moment you start to build up to a point where there might be a fault in their own life, they turn on you. It's difficult to accept that we are all self-made. You're actively choosing to live like this. Look around you right now in the room you're in. You chose almost everything around you, so why is it so hard to believe you chose this life as well? Life gets better after you get better. And hopefully after you like this video, you'll share with us which of these paradoxes did you relate to the most. Our comment section is more like a forum of discussion. We're super proud of the value some of you are sharing, and we can't wait to see where you go with this topic. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a real Alux video without a bonus for those of you watching with us until the end, would it? Here it is. Number 16. There is a deeper connection to people we've never met than the ones living near us. Here's what we mean by that, and take a moment to think about it. Every Sunday we get together, but separately go through this concentrated thought process. We've never met each other, but we feel like we know you, and we feel like you know us. We go back and forth in the comments or other social networks. We care about the well-being of one another, but live hundreds, if not thousands of miles apart. Here at Alux, we've built something incredible. We've built a community around the idea that life can be better than it is right now. And this bonus part is like our secret meeting. We create these pieces of content for ourselves and for those we care about, and because of the value in them, our community kept on growing. We developed the course because some of you wanted more, and we loved talking directly to some of you in our private group. We're super thankful that you chose to be here today. So, as a way of saying thank you, we wanted to give you $100 off the premium Mind Mastery experience. Go to Alux.com/mindmastery and use the promo code SUNDAY at checkout. You know we're closing the doors tomorrow, so this is the right time to do it. We thank you for being true Aluxers, and just to keep track of who made it until the end, please write the word truth in the comments. Thank you for spending some time with us, Aluxers. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpicked these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question on our website, Alux.com. Thank you for being an Aluxer, and we'll see you back tomorrow.